So, hi, Minesh Patel. Would you like to tell me how you've been getting on and over the last few weeks and how your business has been coping?
Well, I must admit, I think we are doing remarkably well given what a difficult time it is. I think one of the reasons, or some of the reasons for that, are that our communication to clients has been very strong, both by email, telephone calls, and we wanted to reiterate from the beginning that it was very much we are operational as usual. So that was a very important message. And genuinely, over the past 2 to 3 weeks, we are just conducting a day like a normal day, slightly shorter. I know one of the guys at one of the other sessions said he's a slightly shorter day, but slightly shorter in the sense I'm finishing at 4:30 or sometimes earlier. But the work seems to have been condensed into a nice, manageable package. It's lovely. It's lovely not having to feel that you've got too much to do all the time. It feels more enjoyable to wake up with a blank sheet of paper on some days and think, right, this is what I've got to do today, enabling us to be a little bit more creative. In terms of efficiencies, I do think now that I'm able to see what we could do a lot better. I mentioned to someone that about onboarding, meaning taking on new clients, we could make that a lot less traumatic and time consuming, because you know all that information gathering, if there's a lot, because we can generally deal with like higher net worth, lots of things going on person or people, then information gathering is not easy. It's not, I'm thinking about, and one of the things that has helped is we're using IO, and they've got intelligent office, and they've got something called a gamified fact find, so the client can complete much of the data themselves, names, addresses, what's your house worth. Yeah, it helps. So that's one of the first efficiencies I can that comes to mind.
And how have your clients reacted?
I think there's been a mixture. On the whole, extremely patient, and they know what's going on. An example would be that one of the clients said to me that I've not really even thought about the investments. I'm more concerned about my health, my kids' health, my grandchildren's health. His kind words were that I know you're looking after it, which means that they know that we're on any activity or work that needs to be done. Generally, the theme is you should do nothing at this period, during this period. But my view is it's not the message, which is a very common message, but they want to hear, it's the deliverer of that message. They want to hear that message from you. And whilst electronic communication, like, if I share my screen, it's a slide from Vanguard showing poor bear markets, or I'll send it to you afterwards. As much as that is statistically supportive of everything you're telling them, there's nothing like hearing someone's voice and sort of the calmness. So it's not just necessarily what you're telling them, it's the way in which you're delivering. If you're calm, they're calm. If you're panicked and nervous, they're panicked and nervous. So it's very important to get the tone as well as the quality of input right during your communication with clients during these periods.
So have you been able to conduct client review meetings?
Oh, we've been operational client review meetings through Zoom for about 4 or 5 weeks, and they've worked out well. I found much shorter, which is lovely. You get to the point much quicker because the social element is reduced, and because there's a slight pause, as you know, with Zoom, it feels like you're getting to the depth of the message far quicker. And the cash flow modelling is a great way to be shown, catastrophe modelling, etc. But quite honestly, my clients like to see that they want to see you. So Zoom's a great medium for that. Yeah, so reviews as normal. I've got 3 reviews tomorrow, another one Wednesday, another one Friday. So rating is normal. Busy, yeah. And what I really love about Zoom is because you can record the meeting. You can record the meeting. You just put that on your back office system with follow-up work there afterwards, which is it's more efficient than having to write out meeting notes and etc. Although in the early days when I didn't record the meetings, I had to write meeting notes. But even that, it feels I feel a lot calmer. I feel a lot happier. I think when you're happy, as happy as you can be being locked down, the clients are happier. So you convey the message of where you're at, really, as a business person and advisor. And Truth's been amazing in terms of the output work we've been able to produce. I mean, one of the things that people will focus on, obviously, cash flow modeling is core, but there's so many other things that we're using it for now. For example, the other day I needed to work out what the optimum amount of pension contribution was to get actually, because they're bordering on high rate and basic rate. And there's a part of Truth automatically calculates that. Went through with Raj. It was fantastic. So the versatility of what Truth can be used for is really coming into its own during this period. Yeah. And the fact that you've got more headroom to look at different parts of the system has, I think, made our financial planning better, far more. Not massive shifts, but small incremental changes as you spend more time on the system. That's Truth, Telefo, Binometric, all the other software that we use, to give the client a better experience. I think ultimately the investment returns are one part of it, but I think they're looking now, in my view, for someone who really can demonstrate they're on the client side in all different conditions, not just when investment markets are performing well and they're able to demonstrate their improved investment returns. I think the advisory community will have to rethink its model to clients. I think that whilst investment conditions are good, there's a lot of froth, a lot of free business there that people will do. I think during these market conditions, genuine financial planners who utilise Truth cash flow modelling and other cash flow modelling systems will thrive, and then will connect more clients. So that's probably the takeaway from the whole lockdown period: connectivity, both from the systems and financial planning process. How I feel more connected with the clients, despite the fact that I'm not.
Well, that's fantastic. That's really encouraging, Minesh. Thank you for your time, and we hope to come back and check on you in a couple of weeks' time.
Great.
All right, take care. See you. Bye.